This is Jimmy's communion, first communion in Tampa, Florida. And let's see, there's Geneva. I don't know whether that was Ronnie. And there's Curly with his fish. And there's Nita. And there's Joe. There's Nita and Joe. That's what I'd like for Ann to have. Yeah. And there's Grace and her mama Nita, her mother Nita. And let's see. Oh, there's Caleb and Lawrence and their mother, Grandma Hendry. And there's Butchie and Ann. And there's Grace and Caleb. And there's Lawrence and I. He's patting my tummy. And there's my mother and I walking in the sidewalk on 30th Street. And there's Butch and Patty. There's the four of us again. There's Patty getting some water out of the faucet, and Jimmy playing. I don't know what he was playing, throwing a stone up. And here comes Sue and Ann on their tricycles. Is that Jimmy? Is it Jimmy or Butch? Jimmy. Jimmy and Patty. It must be Easter Sunday with our hats and... There's our place on 30th Street. Ann and Sue on their tricycles with Butch and Patty pushing them. That's in our front yard on 30th Street. And there's Ann and her cousin Joey. We're having a birthday party out in the front yard. That's where we held all the kids' birthday parties. Butch, Ann, Patty, Sue, and Ann. There's all the kids blowing their horn at a birthday party. I just don't remember whose birthday this is. There were so many of them. Oh. Patty, Sue, little Joey, Ann, and Butch. There's Ann twirling around, Sue's twirling around, Patty's twirling around, and there's Butchie blowing his balloon. There's Patty when she was a princess at Brian's school. This was May Day at Brian's school. They always had a nice program for May Day. Oh, this is the first junior parade in the Gasparilla Parade, and Sue was in that. I forgot whether she was a page or what. I don't know how long they went on with the junior parade in Gasparilla, but they're still having the Gasparilla Parade. And there was Patty and her boyfriend, and there, I forgot that little girl's in the front. I forgot her name. There's Sue. This was all taken in front of Brian's school. Butchie got up and sang a song. I think he was 5 years old. Zippity doo dah, zippity day, and he could sing very good. Had a very nice voice. And there was Joe Boy and Muriel, and Sissy and Dink, and Betty. This is Joey. Is that the dam, do you think? the dam. We lived about 2 blocks from this river, and they had the big dam, and the dam broke at one time and flooded Sulphur Springs, all in the grocery stores. And there's Sue and Patty and Butch and Ann. This looks like out on the Bayshore in Tampa. The parade always went through the Bayshore on the way to the fairground. Very pretty homes out here on the Bayshore. There's Butch in his backyard. He's going to swing. And there's Grandma Hewitt. She was in her 90s. Bernie and Miriam. Her name is Marilyn. Her name is. There's Curly and Jimmy and Grace, Marilyn and Bernie. And there's Aunt Florence, my mother, and Grandma Hewitt. I don't know. Grandma was in her 90s when she died. I don't know. Forgot just how old she was. That was Grandma Hendry's mother. That was Curly. That's Lawrence. Let's see, there's Patty. Ann. Let me see, Sue, Butch. I think that's Louise's sister from Charleston, South Carolina. And there's her brother, Louise's brother. There's my sister Mary. And that's my brother Johnny. There's Milton worked for us. And there's Mrs. Sweatman. That was Louise Robbins' mother. And Eileen. Eileen just passed away about a year ago. There was Aunt Florence. There's Billy and Margie Kay. We still keep it up with Margie Kay. She calls us quite a bit. And there's Miss Sweatman. The flies was bad. I think that was Billy Robbins. There's Joe, Joe Boy, we called him, because his daddy name was Joe, so we called him Joe Boy. There they're messing around with my hyacinths in my fish pool. It was a little island. Lawrence made the fish pool out in the front yard. I think this was on our way to Clearwater. There was a horse in this. Oh, here we are at one of the beaches. We used to go to Indian Rocks or Clearwater just about every year. There's Walter Winters and Sue. As soon as school was out, we'd head for the beach for a week or two. There's Jimmy. I don't know who that is with the headband on. Bernie, I think. They had their pails and shovel, and they'd dig around, and coquinas, I think, would have to grab them quicker. They'd run right back in the sand. Now that was just a statue of a horse and a buggy that we passed on the way, and we always like to stop and take her pictures in front of them. I think that was in Safety Harbor. Oh, I think that was Pammy Robbins. This was a couple of the teachers from Bryan's school. That's Joey. I think Joey was a year old there. I think Joey was the only child Marilyn and them had. There's Ann pushing Joey. There's Ann going up the slide. Here she comes down. And the swings. I think this is Ann in the swing. Now pose pretty, Ann. I think that's me swinging. This was in Grace's backyard. See, I think they just had a half a house then they built the bedrooms on. That's Grace, I think, coming down the slide. We said, come on, Mom, go down the slide, and here she comes. That's Caleb and Grace and Butch and Ann. Oh, I think Patty got this little puppy for Christmas, and it made Ann real mad because she wanted a puppy too. I don't know whose car that was. That's Grace and I. I think this was out at Temple Terrace. We used to go out there quite a bit. We felt like the pool was ours. A lot of times there was nobody in it but us. We'd take our lunch and go out there and almost spend the whole day. I think a lot of the kids really learned to swim out in Temple Terrace. It seems like we had a whole water full of kids. Oh, there's Grace and Rose. I wonder if Rose is still living. And there's Mama and I was showing her the fish, I guess. That looked like Caroline Cruz and Sue and Jimmy, Grandma Hendry. That's Lloyd and the hat on. And that looked like Louise. No, that's Mama with the birthday cake. Maybe we'll find out whose birthday it is. Here comes Grace, Marilyn, and Joey. There's Terry. There's Grandma Hendry picking a flower. There's Grandma Hendry. I can't tell whether that's Grace or me in the black suit. I think it's a Grace. This must be at one of the beaches again. The kids always had a good time. But think most of them learned to swim out in Temple Terrace. That's when they had water wings. See how the water wings went around them? Oh, I think that's the Tennessee River up in North Carolina. We were at Clayton, and there's the water wheel. I don't think that was it looks a little like our water wheel, but I don't think it is. I think that's the one in Weaverville. There I am. This is Cherokee, North Carolina. And I was blabbing away to some Indian over there. This is up, I think, in Newfound Gap. It's very pretty up here. That must be part of the Smoky Mountains. I guess it was too early. Oh, there's Lawrence and I. We used to go up and see Granddaddy Hendry. He had a place in Clayton, Georgia. Well, I think I got one foot in Tennessee and the other one in North Carolina. Oh, there's a bear. Those bears up there love Coca-Cola. Then they found out that they gave them diarrhea, and they told you to quit, giving the bears, anything to drink. But they'd come right up to you, and you'd give them a Coca-Cola, and boy, they'd just go to town on it. There's Grandma Hendry. We told her to move around, that we were taking a movie, and we said, move around and do something. That's when I thought she walked out and flipped up her hands. Cherokee, North Carolina, they put a casino in there now, and it has really grown. A lot of grits mills and water wheels. We had a place in North Carolina, maybe about 17 miles from Cherokee, in Waynesville. I can think of the name of those plants. That must have been the Tennessee River. Let me see, it was when Sue was a baby. Sue was born in what? 50. There's Aunt Ellen's house. She bought a house a couple of lots away from Granddaddy Hendry's in Clayton. That was Lawrence's aunt and uncle. That was Aunt Ellen there in the center. Of course, I think they got a new car every year. So I don't know whether I'm driving it or just riding it. Oh no, I'm driving. Yeah, Aunt Ellen told me to drive. And this is Grandma Hendry and Grandpa Hendry and Daddy coming down the steps. I guess it was Aunt Ellen's, because I don't think Granddaddy had steps like that coming down. There's the trees changing. You have to almost see them though. A picture just don't show them as pretty as what they are. You could drive along the parkway there and then get out different places and look for the view. Very pretty. Isn't there a Hendry Street there? Oh, this is Lawrence's cousin. He is Joe B. And this is his wife Ernie. And this is their, what would you call it, a penthouse or something up on the roof of their house. What? In Fort Myers, Florida. Caleb went down to buy some cows, and Grace and I rode with him down there. And we stayed with Ernie and Joe B for 2 or 3 nights. And this was Ernie's one child. The oldest one was hers, and Peggy Sue was Joe B's and Ernie's. They just had one child. This is Fort Myers. They had the palm trees all down the street, coconut trees. There was Ernie looking, acting like she was going to hit us in the head with a coconut. I think this was at Thomas Jefferson's home in Fort Myers. There was his house, and he had a swimming pool. That was when too many people didn't have very many swimming pools in their yard then. We had a very nice time, went out for lunch, and then went shopping with Ernie. Ernie and Joe B was getting ready to go on a cruise. This Joe B, doesn't he look like Caleb a little? Well, who is this? This is Peggy Sue getting on the fence. That's Joe B showing us something. There in Fort Myers, they had a beautiful home down there. This is in Fort Myers. I just don't know right where this is. We all wore flowers in our head then. Now here we are back at Joe B's and Ernie's on top of the roof. They had fixed like a big patio out here. That's Ernie and Grace and Joe B. when she got up in the morning, oh, she looks all right. But boy, she could fix that hair and fix herself look like $1 million when they were going somewhere. Now, Joby had a lot of cattle there in LaBelle, and then moved to Palm Beach and went into the sugarcane business. I guess this was their maid. There's her cattle. They had so much cattle, they just turned them loose out there. They didn't know how many heads they had. There's one of the cowboys. This was all some of the cowboys that worked for them that took care of the cattle. This is down near Fort Myers, LaBelle, and my brother-in-law, he was with us at the plant in Tampa, and he'd go down. He used to go out and buy cattle more, and he'd buy the cattle from Joby and them, and then if he didn't have enough, he'd go to the auctions down there and buy cattle and have them, shipped to Tampa. All right. I think this is a bridge now going over to Clearwater. Two-lane, that's about all we had then. And I'm pretty sure this is Clearwater Beach. There's my mother, and Grace and myself, and Lee, Patty, the kids. There's Joey. I think this is Joey's first birthday, and they want to know if they could have the birthday party in our front yard on 30th Street. I think that gave the kids more of a big yard, to play games and all in. They used to play London Bridges falling down and a lot of different games like that. This is Barbara Garrison. And there's Joey. He's just beginning to walk. I think he's tired. And there was Nita. And there's Butchie and Jimmy. And Lorena, that's Barbara's mother. Joey just seen his cake. Oh, we got a wagon. I think they all got so many toys on their birthdays, they didn't know what to play with first. And there's Barbara. She's married now and got children, still lives in Tampa. Joey said, I don't want to be hissed. And that's Jeannie Beanie. His name is Gene. I don't know why we called him Jeannie Beanie. And I think he had a heart attack in his early 30s. and passed away. There's Joey and his cake. I think that's his cake in there. There's Patty eating her cake. And Butch, Jimmy licking out his plate. There's Lorena. There's Joey and Jeannie. See, it was very handy to have a birthday party. When their hands got sticky, you just pushed them over and put the hose on them. Now watch this. I think he wants some water. Nope, he said I got too much. Now what does that say? Visitors welcome to. There goes Patty. I think we just had Patty and Sue then. I think this was before Mary Lou was born and Larry. That isn't Stonewall Jackson, is it? She got on a cannon. When she found out it was a Yankee cannon, she shook her hands with that. Confederate Avenue. See, I can't read any of that with my glasses, Larry. Is that Robert E. Lee? Now, didn't some of the VMI boys, what war were they in? Well, they had the lost boots. Yeah, New Market. Now it looks like Lawrence Knight's coming down there. I don't know what this is in. We took a tour here, and they said, just get out. Lauren said, what'll I do with the car? They said, just get out, we'll park your car, go get in line. We want to go to the White House. So I think we stood about an hour in line, and then the guide came along, and he said, "Come on in." And I told Lawrence, I said, "I want to go in the lighthouse." And Lawrence said, "Well," he said, "just follow me." And they were going to close the gates, I think, at 12 o'clock or something, and it was about 5 minutes to 12, and he just pushed us right in the gates. So if we hadn't taken that tour, we never would have gotten in there. Oh, this is Skyline Caverns. Do you ever remember going down in that? I don't know what they're getting here. Those trees are pretty. I don't know what kind of fruit you were pulling off, though. I think Mary Lou was about 2 years old, and we went to visit some cousins in Northern North Carolina, and Mama was there, and she said she'd take Mary Lou because we knew Mary Lou would get tired, and we wanted to take Patty and Sue and stop at different historical places, to see. And then my sister-in-law Bernie, she was going to meet Mama at the train. That's when you took the train back and forth to New York and pick up Mama and Mary Lou. So we took our time. I think we were over a week, I know, coming home. But we wanted to go through Washington, D.C. and different places. Now, it looked like they got off a train there, but I don't know where we were. Oh. Oh, this is Ruby Falls. This is out at Lowry Park. We used to take the kids out there if they had a day off from school or something, or different birthday parties, and we all used to go to Lowry Park. That was in Tampa, just off of Sly Avenue. And we've taken quite a few pictures out here. See, Mary Lou's about 2 there. I don't know whether this was Patty's birthday party or what. Oh, there's Mary Lou, Patty and Butch in the Sly Avenue band. Don't even look like Butch, does it? Patty played clarinet, and I don't know what Butch played, whether Butch had trumpet or not. Oh, here's Patty, one of the teachers from the school. I don't recall her name, but this is Sue out on 30th Street by our home. And she must have been in something from the school. They were always having something. There's Patty. I guess she was in it too with her long dress on. Patty looked to be about 15 or 16 there. There's Mary Lou. I probably had clothes on her. Oh, the girls used to dress her up in scarves and everything. That's the one that she wasn't rotten. Oh. They used to call them Mrs. Van Pook. They thought she was something else. And this is them in a little swimming pool. I think we had this in the backyard on 30th Street. Looks like she's got a fishing pole there. And we had a swing set in the backyard. I don't know who he is. This is Frank Faracco. And this is Sue, his wife. I don't know who I don't know if that's Larry or not. And here comes Patty and her horse, Darling. And she's got Mary Lou on the horse. Sue never cared much about horses, but Patty and Ann both loved them. Here comes Frank on a bicycle. He was a regular show-off, though. He'd come in from New York. When he'd leave, he'd give all the kids $1 or something. That's Larry. Is that Larry or Mary Lou? That's Curly. I think that's Larry. I think that's you, Larry. And Curly throwing you up in the air. Whoops. You didn't care. You got up and won again. Well, there's one of the dinner parties we had. I can't make out just where we are here. But we ate a lot. Remember that high chair, Larry? And then you put it down and it made like a little desk and all. Oh, Mary Lou said, give me some of that Coke. Have a piece of candy. Okay, I'll have 2 pieces. I think she's got her mouth full. There was her little monkey. Oh, those are Sissy's twins. And that looks like Ann or Betty.